When I was a little girl, my grandmother always told me to take a deep breath and count to 10 when I got angry. And I'm standing here today, doing everything I can not to crack open the book of everything I've never said. 1. If I could, I would pry my lips apart and spew out every word I've ever held under my tongue and sewn my mouth shut with, hating myself after. 2. People like you are the reason I'm afraid to walk to my car alone at night. 3. Don't you dare tell me that my rights are equal. Don't you dare tell me that the little girl who learned to count to 10 instead of speaking her mind in order to be a lady doesn't feel oppressed. As little girls, we were taught that our precious femininity was the most beautiful gift. It was to be cherished, despite its sensitive values. Speaking of or even showing the qualities of our gifts was strictly forbidden, yet we were to give it up to any man who showed us the least bit of respect. 4. Don't you dare tell me that my fight is over just because I am able to vote. You cannot brush me to the side as another angry feminist. You cannot brush me to the side as another nasty woman. 5. I have spent far too long living in my head, lying on a bed made of self-hatred and unrealistic standards. I have wrestled my thoughts daily, spent each day fighting a war that for years I had been convinced was against myself. I understand today that this is not a war against me. This is a war against those who have told little girls like us that we weren't good enough. 6. If we could just pretend, even for a minute, that nothing was like this, that we were made as equally as they say that we were, where would we be? 6. Day after day, we sit idly by, watching the mistreatment of our own kind, the mistreatment of the people who created us, the people who care for us. Dear misogynists, who do you think you are? 6. It's hard for me to count when I get angry. I'm not promoting the superiority of women. I'm just trying to find some common ground here. 7. Who are you to tell me that there is a limit to the success of a woman? Who are you to tell little girls that their sole purpose in life is to shut up and make you a sandwich? Who are you to take the rights away from a woman by setting societal standards? 8. With every word spat at us nasty women, every slur, every ignorant, intolerant, misogynistic comment, I find strength. I am taking back every tear shed, every moment wasted on words that cannot define an entire gender. I am erasing every standard in line that we have confined ourselves to years before now. I am redefining the woman. 9. Although your definition of the modern-day woman had a good run, it is time for it to go. A woman can no longer be defined by your high standards of what a woman is meant to be. For what seems like ages, we have been expected to be dainty, yet bold, beautiful, yet natural, strong, yet helpless. I'm sorry to inform you, but those restraints can no longer exist. 10. Dear misogynists, although your opinions and expectations had a good run, it's time for things to start changing. I know how sad it must be for you, but those lines have been erased.